maybe
the energy we get. Hang on.
Maybe we should.
As soon as we get that, what? I had a point, you prick.
So we're back with another episode of EziTorque, joined by James and Curtis. Welcome, lads.
How you going?
Hey, Nick.
All right, how are you? G'day, boys. Well, we hope everyone's enjoyed our walk-arounds. We've shown you little bits and pieces of what we like, but today we're going to talk about what fuels you. One of the questions of the week was the big question about fuels, diesel, petrol, and electric. So we're going to bang on a bit about those. And go to James with his love affair and diesel. So James,
Well,
mate.
In terms of four-wheel drives, I prefer diesels. You know, they've got the torque in the lower rev range. You don't have to, be on the bop, as we all say in a petrol. And I've never really met someone with a petrol four-wheel drive that isn't working on it flat out and rebuilding the thing from head to toe and replacing carbies and I've never heard really good stories, but I always lean towards diesel with that kind of thing.
And for fuel range and for availability, when you're out on those long hauls, diesels are far more available as well. Look, there was a time where some of the manufacturers were popping diesels into your family cars. You'd go to France, you'd go to Italy, anywhere in Europe really, and you'd jump in a Peugeot, a little 307 or a 206, and that'd be a diesel. I know because in 2004, my wife and I went for a trip through Europe, and the hire car that we had was a turbo diesel Peugeot 307, and we got huge range out of that, and they were all the rage in Europe.
That is true.
All I can think about is a European holiday going through the roads of Europe, and you were driving a what?
Yeah, well,
a Peugeot
307.
Come on,
that's punishment.
That's disappointing. From an emissions and a environmental safety point of view, you probably don't want to look too closely at our cars. I guess where I stand on it, I know that there's a big argument and there's a big need for environmental features in cars. Look, I'm still stuck on petrol. I just don't see the appeal in your other ones. You got the new up and comers, obviously, with electric. And interesting to note that the 2020 or 2021 Mark IV Ford Focus RS was rumored to be a hybrid of petrol and electric, I think. And unfortunately, at the moment it's an idea that's dead in the water to try and keep a performance car competitive with its competitors, your Golfs, your Civic Type Rs, and even the slightly higher class with the Audis and the BMW and Mercedes. It was obviously a bridge too far. So at the moment, it means that the RS is dead, but not sure whether
yours on blocks.
Yeah,
it sounds like I'm doing too many Ks on it.
Sitting on an investment now.
Yeah, but look, I think I can't go past petrol.
Well, the other thing I wanted to bring up with the electric cars, and it's going to sound like bashing. Well, not really bashing, but being a Sparky by trade, I know I've done a few houses that they have had Tesla cars, and when you buy a Tesla, you need to have a charging station at home. So you've got to have one installed, and as a Sparky, I know for a fact once you got to add something like that into a house, it's going to jack your price of your energy bill. It's going to, all the money you're saving on fuel, you're using on electricity. And at the end of the day, if, you're looking at it from a green perspective, the electricity that you're using to fuel your car is made from coal. So until we've got renewable sources of energy, it's sort of counterintuitive. Like, you're doing something good, you get an electric car, but you're fueling it with coal anyway. So I don't know. I think it's good to see I think a lot of the electric, the little family cars and little buzz boxes that are all electric, I think they're great because the range you get out of them and for what they are, they're great. But I think it's going to happen because I was just watching the electric Formula Ones the other day, or the Formula E, whatever they call it. But I think it's just going to be a constant stepping on each other's toes when the electric cars come to try and muscle out the car enthusiasts with their V8s and their turbocharged cars, and eventually they're going to start making electric four-wheel drives, and I can guarantee you I'll be holding on to a car that's 30 years old before I'll drive one of those. But I guess I'm a bit too against them, but
look at the practicality of an electric car. So the three of us, we're in a situation where we've got a garage, we've got a driveway. If you were to have an electric car, be the owner of an electric car, you can park it in your garage, you park it in your driveway, and you plug it in, and away you go. If you're living in some of the inner suburbs, like let's say Richmond, for example, where you're not going to be parking at the front of your house, how are you going to charge this thing? You'll have to charge it to the charging station, which would be where? At your work, at a shopping centre, so on and so forth. So there's a few things that need to be ironed out. So for me, I can embrace an electric car, but for now, it's all about the hybrid. I think the dual fuel option is the way to go. Have we forgotten all about LPG? That's always been a great source of fuel. Cheap.
$30 for a full tank.
Yeah, well, another great question of the week that turned into quite a discussion about.
One could say it fueled our whole podcast.
Yep, but one would hope that you didn't say that. So thanks again for submitting your questions through our Instagram page. If you did like our video today on the discussion of different car fuels, make sure you give us a like, and if you're enjoying the Easyway Car Club channel so far, subscribe to the channel and keep up with all the videos that we're getting out.
Yeah,
Thank you,
worries.
everybody.
Catch you boys later.
See you later.